really hurts you to know that nobody really talks like that.
Welcome to my channel, and this is my friend. His name is Terry. And Terry, do you want to say something?
Ya, selamat siang.
Selamat siang. Ya, jadi hari ini saya akan melakukan interview dengan Terry. Terry ini bisa berbahasa 16 bahasa. Nah, jadi nanti akan ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan dan pengalaman-pengalaman dia selama belajar 16 bahasa itu. Nah, jadi tetap stay di sini because you can speak a lot of language. Maybe we can try.
Okay.
Try like a few words.
She wants to test me.
Oke, nah jadi kita sekarang mau ngetes. Di sini ada beberapa bahasa, ada bahasa Spanish, ada Japanese, ada German, ada Turkish, ada French, ada Korean. It's a lot. It's like 16 languages here. Okay, so we are going to say a few words and then show a flashcard, and then let's see how he says that word. Okay, let's start the first word. The first word. Wow, I'm messy. Okay, the first word is.
I can fail. I don't care.
Okay, I'm going you to say the words. It's gonna to be okay. How to say Spanish word?
Va a ser bien. Estaré bien.
Please listen to me. I'm serious. How to say in Japanese?
Onegai, onegai. Watashi kite kudasai. Shingen desu ka?
What are you doing? It's crazy. How to say with German?
Was machst du jetzt?
And then I'm going to say, sorry, there's a word to me. Turkish?
Kusura bakma. Bana gitmedi.
Okay. And then how it tastes? It's terrible. How to say in French?
C'est bon? No, c'est horrible.
Let's say like a few Arabic words. Just you know.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Ismi Terry. Okay. Atakalam aluga Arabia kalilan. Jahit jitan.
Jahit jitan. How about Indonesia?
Okay. Nama saya Terry dari Taiwan. Bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia sedikit. Cinta padamu.
Aku cinta padamu.
Aku cinta padamu.
Aku cinta kamu.
Aku cinta kamu. Bagus sekali.
Bagus sekali. Okay, it's also fast. How about with the word
Hosa. Okay.
Kosa?
Hosa. Dia si teta isi kosa kaningan. It's spoken in South Africa, and it's also the native language of Nelson Mandela, the famous ex-president of South Africa.
Yeah. And mostly their hair is like
curved
yeah,
like
this.
Morgan Freeman in the movie.
Yeah. And how about with the words this one? Hindi.
Okay.
You want to say a word?
Yeah.
Oh no, not Hindi. You want Polish maybe?
Okay, Polish. This
Okay.
is a new edition. Okay. So, nazywam się Terry. Cześć. Witam. Nazywam się Terry. Miło mi pana poznakomić.
For the introduction. Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, one.
Quechua is
Quechua.
spoken in South America. Was the official language of the Inca Empire. Okay, so okay. Kausan Gichu, Kausan Nini, Milka Shuti, 테리안이 누가 타이완만다 약다 타이완 약다만다 샤모탄 파카라치오 슈푼자가마.
So also that's for introduction.
Yeah, just.
How about the Korean? I think that's good.
Okay, yeah, just. 안녕하세요. 저는 테리라고 해요. 대만에서 왔어요. 지금은 한국어를 열심히 배우고 있어요. 한국말을 할 수 있지만 잘 못하는데 잘 부탁드립니다.
Wow, it's too long. What does it mean?
It's like I'm starting learning Korean, but my Korean is not good. So please be patient with me, something like that. And
I see. I think that's okay, fluent, right?
no,
And
but
then-
I cannot talk about politics in Korean, so I don't consider it fluent. You have to be able to discuss sophisticated topics with native speakers to be qualified fluent.
The main
That's all.
topic,
Yeah.
Okay, how about the Russian?
Окей, привет. Меня зовут Терри. Я приехал из Тайваня. Мне нравится красивая девушка из России. Очень приятно. Пока-пока.
Paka-paka. Then Vietnamese.
Xin chào. Tôi tên là Terry. Tôi đến từ Đài Loan. Tôi rất thích món ăn Việt Nam. Tại vì món ăn Việt Nam chua chua cay cay. Tôi rất thích món ăn cay. Tôi đã đi Việt Nam 2 lần. Đi thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, đi Nha Trang, đi Mũi Né. Tôi cũng có rất nhiều bạn Việt. Rất thi Việt Nam, rất thi đi Việt Nam, rất thi ăn cơm Việt Nam. Cảm ơn rất nhiều.
Wow, that's too long. So what does it mean?
Say I've been to Vietnam twice and made a lot of Vietnamese friends. I love Vietnamese food.
So you have a lot of Vietnamese friends? You love Vietnamese food?
Yeah.
Oh really? The word is Italian. Italian.
Scusi. Mi chiamo Terry. Sono di Taiwan. Ho dimenticato molto italiano.
Wow, it sounds very interesting,
Ma
right?
parlo. Ma un più. Grazie. Arrivederci.
Wow, it's like have the tone.
No, I don't really practice Italian. You know, it's because it's a Romance language.
This word.
All day. Patientete.
What does it mean?
Like, hi, patientete. Flagship. Flagship. Pa. Me piacen bere e cucce. Bere e cucce. Me piacen ship. Shiperia. Fare Mines. Miro Passion.
How about this one?
Oh, I really have limited Thai, so I can say
Hi.
Thai is Sawadee-cha,
Okay,
Ponchi, Terry.
So first of all, thanks for being here, and so this is
Thanks for the invite.
Sure. So how many languages can you speak?
I can count up to 7.
7. This is
My native language, Chinese,
okay.
and then English, Japanese,
Okay.
French, German, Spanish, and Turkish. These are my best ones.
The best ones is
Yeah.
fluent.
Yeah, I can
So-
read literature and also
Wow.
watch news.
What motivates you to learn the language?
Initially, I met 2 like hyper polyglots
Okay.
when I was in college. So they were my professors,
Okay.
and I was amazed, and also by their language ability. So I started to think, why don't I try to learn more languages and become someone like them? So I started to learn many languages when I was in college because I met two great professors.
Okay, so what is your first foreign language?
Like first foreign language?
Yes, you learned.
English.
English.
But that was not connected to the two great professors that I met in college. I learned English because it was required.
I see. What is the second one?
Japanese, and I started when I was in high school, when I was 16.
And then when you start to learn foreign language, which part do you start to learn first? Are you going to learn for the like speaking first, or like listening, or?
I don't exactly remember how I started to learn English.
Okay.
More about Japanese. I remember more because I started Japanese because I wanted to understand all those video games I played when I was in high school. So I started with video games. So not like academic studies or like a serious learning. I just tried to pick up words here and there in the game. So that was the process, I think. For English, I think I just followed the school curriculum and things like that. But at the same time, I started to play online games in English too. So I think that helped more because I started to use real English with other players mainly from North America. That's where I picked up English, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those of languages, let's say that the only one, the one that you just mentioned it. So how long it totally spend your times? Like how many years? Just for those language first.
Like up to the point when I feel like fluent and comfortable.
Yes.
Well, since most of them are like Indo-European languages, it didn't really take that long because they are related. Like English has 60% of vocabulary coming from French.
Okay.
And Spanish is similar too.
Yeah.
So it didn't really take that long. I think like a year. And then plus, I wanted to even get better in French, so I studied in France too. Yeah. So and Spanish was really easy for me after English and Spanish because they have the same vocabulary. You just need to learn how to talk differently in pronunciation and more practice. But when I started Spanish, even without any previous experience, I could read everything using my French and English. So that was not difficult. German took a bit longer, but still, it was a European language. Once you get Spanish, French, and English, it's not that hard. It's a little bit harder, but not that hard. Turkish was difficult because it was totally unrelated. And since you come from an Islamic country, and you know all those words.
But it's different.
It's different, yeah. But you have all the similar words like tarikh, which means history, right? And tarikh means history in every Islamic languages. So as a person from a non-Islamic culture, I have to learn everything from scratch. Like words like tarikh, and I think you also have tahun. Tahun, something like that.
Like year? Year
tahun,
is
I think,
language.
yeah, but tahun, it's also an Islamic.
Arabic language is sana.
Yeah, but I think it's different meaning, but it's related.
Really?
Yeah, and you also have a lot of like Persian words. Yeah, I mean, so for me, it was totally new. For you, it's probably like common sense. Probably 30% of your vocabulary is identical with other languages, like from the Middle East, like Arabic or Persian or Turkish. So it took me a lot of time to learn Turkish vocabulary. So Turkish was difficult for me because I had no knowledge of.
Why? Why did you learn this language?
Because I wanted to have a different experience. That's why. Because
so you went there or you went
I started when I was in United States. I was studying linguistics, and I took a Turkish minor for 2 years, like a serious Turkish studies, not just the language, and also the history of Turkey and also the culture. And after this 2 years with intensive Turkish studies, I went to Turkey.
You went to Turkey?
Yeah, I did went to immerse myself in the culture and also the environment. Yeah,
so how long was it?
Just a whole summer, about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Wow, it's really. I think that you really have the high motivations in terms of language, right?
Yeah.
So you try to do this in many ways, like to go to this country, like to take the course or to learn it. The motivation.
Yeah. So I really like it. It's for me. It's my job as a educator, also a researcher, and also it's my hobby. So even if I'm not doing anything, I try to pick up new languages.
Do you use some tools or study or?
I actually tried almost every method. So when I decided to learn a lot of languages, I started with textbooks. You know, you have a lot of self-teaching materials and free materials online, and those kind of stuff. Mostly in English. You probably also have heard Rosetta Stone, things like that. But gradually, I got tired of them because they only provide you with artificial materials, which means these texts or like audiobook or CDs are man-made. They are not natural language materials. Native speakers don't really talk like that. They are okay, formal texts, but maybe a little bit unnatural for native speakers. That's why I got tired of all these like formal or like textbooks or materials. I want to learn things that native speakers really use. So I shifted to more natural materials, like I could start a language with radio, even if I don't understand it. Yeah, like this time in Albania, without any like experience with Albanian, I started to listen to Albanian, and I jumped into native speakers' conversation, and I tried to pick up words and things like that. That's my recent method. I don't really want to use material like formal materials.
Based on the textbook.
Yeah, based on the textbook. I try to start with real conversation, real people. Maybe it's harder if for you, because you might think, oh, I don't understand anything, it's a torture. But things I changed my perspective, ideas about not understanding a thing, so I could cope with that, and I don't have any problem with not understanding anything. See, I mean, it really hurts you to know that nobody really talks like that, you know. So I don't want to repeat that again. So I actually spent a lot of money before stocking up language materials. If you go to my home in Taipei, I can show you a whole bookshelf of language materials in every possible language. But now it's so electronic, and also I don't even have materials anymore because I just use authentic, natural materials, like drama, Netflix, movies that native speakers watch, see, read, and things like that.
So right now you changed your way in learning.
Yeah, I think the world is changing too, because now it's easier to get like authentic
resources and
authentic materials. Like for example, Netflix or like other platforms, you can watch local dramas, TV series in local language with subtitles.
And which one is the easiest one?
Maybe Japanese,
Japanese?
because we already know the kanji, Chinese characters, and 60% of shared vocabulary. So it's always about shared culture and shared vocabulary, because it's easier to understand. And same thing goes for like European languages. It's not just the vocabulary. The idioms are similar too. Idioms like we have almost the same idioms in Chinese and in Japanese.
Ah, I see.
That's what I mean. Like
The same meaning?
yeah, we use probably more than 1,000 similar idioms, and you can find that in European languages too, like the same idioms in English and French, things like that. And I think you probably have the same thing in Islamic languages too.
Now, after you can speak a lot of language, what do you think is different in your life?
I made a bunch of good friends, like very, very good friends, because you can speak their language.
From different culture,
Yeah.
different country.
Yeah, and also it's easier for me to make friends, gather information, and make correct choices in real life, because you have more information.
For the people who are not struggling with the language, so what is your advice for them, or any kind of language that they are still learning right now?
Well, just hang out with native speakers all the time. That's it. It's not that difficult to find native speakers nowadays. You have online platform, and in Indonesia, as far as I know, you have a lot of tourists. Not during this time of the year, but just now we have apps, online platforms, free, like possible. So instead of giving you guys like recommendations for apps and things like that, I think it's easier to just tell you, try to hang out with native speakers all the time. And if you cannot find, you don't have any native speakers yet, just go find, look for more native speakers.
Just go to get one.
Yeah.